What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 25 of our Pokemon Blaze Black 2 Redux walkthrough. In the previous video, we made our way through Victory Road. It was quite a long journey. And in today's video, I'm hoping to take on the Elite Four and finally challenge the Pokemon League. So I'm super excited for that. Hopefully we can defeat the Elite Four. It's going to be a really tough battle. But before we continue, Blue catches up with us and he says the more battles, the more stronger you get, right? So he takes us on for another battle just before the Pokemon League. He's definitely not giving up. He wants a W. So we're going to challenge Blue again. Hopefully this is the last time we battle him. I feel like we've battled him probably around 10 times in this game, and we've beaten him every time. His first Pokemon he sent out was a Swellow level 71, so his Pokemon's levels have definitely gotten higher, but so have mine. And now Blue sends out the Dragon-type Pokemon Flygon. We've still got Dragonite out, and our Dragonite is currently at level 73. We almost one-shot Flygon, but it's holding a Focus Sash, so it survives with 1 HP. And then Blue uses a Max Potion, which is a mistake because we can now hit Flygon again, and this time we knocked it out. Things are not looking good for our buddy Blue. We have knocked out 2 of his Pokemon with our Dragonite alone. And now Blue is going to send out his starter Pokemon, Superior, which is level 73. So I think this is the highest level Pokemon in his team. Our Dragonite hits it and we nearly knock it out. It's super effective, but Superior just hangs in there with a tiny bit of HP. If we use extreme speed now, we should be able to knock it out. And we do. So Dragonite is 3 for 3 already. We've knocked out half of Blue's team with our 1 Pokemon. Gigalith also levels up to level 75. So I think our team is looking pretty solid. If we can defeat Blue this easily, it's probably a good sign for the Elite Four to come. Now Blue sends out Camerupt, level 71. We swap in Blastoise to get in on the action. Blastoise one-shots Camerupt. And now Blue is going to send out Electros. So all of my Pokemon are almost pretty much at full HP. This is definitely the easiest battle against Blue so far. It just shows that we have learned about his team along the way and which of our Pokemon and moves are effective against his. So the more you play, the more you know. We send out Dragonite to try take out Electros. We hit it with a dragon attack and it's not that effective, but we do cause a little bit of damage. Electros is also holding a leftovers, so it is healing up a little bit each turn. We hit Electros with an ice attack and we freeze it solid, so at least now it won't be attacking us. If it can stay frozen for 2 more turns, we should be able to knock it out. But unfortunately, Electros returns to normal. He attacks Dragonite, but we're gonna finish it off with the Dragon Claw. And Electros is out the battle. Next up, Blue is gonna send out his next Pokemon, Starmie. Starmie should be weak against electric types, and we do have a brand new addition to our team. We've got Magnezone and it's currently at level 80, so it's super strong. I think it has now become the highest leveled Pokemon in our team from before being the lowest level. And we one-shot Starmie fairly easily. So that's it for Blue. We destroyed him completely and utterly destroyed him. He does give us HM06 Dive, which we will put to use after the Pokemon League. You can use Dive to reach some secret areas. But now we've come out the cave and it looks like we have found the entrance to the Pokemon League. And look at it in all its glory. What a magnificent building. I'm not sure where we actually go in or what we do here. So let's just explore and see what all these little buildings are. Okay, so this first one looks to be the Pokemon Center. We're going to have to heal up our team here, stock up on items for sure. And I also want to try teach my team some new TMs. We've got a whole bunch of TMs that we've collected throughout the game, and I haven't actually gone through them. So I'm going to teach some of my team some new moves off camera. We're going to stock up on revives and potions and make sure we have some ethers and things to restore our attacks. And that's all that we pretty much need, I think. So now we can actually officially take on the Pokemon League, and this guy asks if we're ready to start the challenge, and absolutely we are. Once you agree, you can't go out until you have won or lost. The statue in the middle gives you information on all the Elite Four members, so they tell you the types of the leaders and where they are. There's Ghost, Fighting, Dark, and Psychic. So we're going to start on the far left and work our way around. And whoa, there's a staircase with a whole bunch of candles that lit up. And there's this crazy spooky room. It looks like a library. All the books were floating around all crazily. But now we have found the first Elite Four member, and her name is Chantel. She's the Ghost type Elite Four member. And I suppose it's Judgment Day. We're going to see if we're strong enough and how our skills can hold up against the Elite Four. And Chantel's first Pokemon she sends out is a level 72 Jellicent. So I'm quite surprised by that. It's a Ghost and Water type Pokemon, I believe. We have Magnezone up front, and we one-shotted it. Our Magnezone is level 80. So it looks like most of the Elite Four is going to be around level 72 to 80, I want to say. So if you make sure most of your team is around level 80, you'll be good to go. Next up, Chantel sends out the Ghost-type Pokemon Golurk, which is an epic Pokemon. I think it's almost like a pseudo-legendary, but our Blastoise one-shots it as well. So we are 2 for 2 at the moment. And now Chantel is going to send out Drifblim, the Ghost Balloon Pokemon. And I believe it's got some nasty attacks and an interesting ability. But we keep Blastoise in and we hit it with an ice attack. For the Elite Four, you definitely want to make sure that you know your type strengths and weaknesses. We hit Drifblim again and we knock it out. 2 shots and Drifblim is out the battle. Things are going really well so far. I don't want to speak too soon. But next up, Chantel sends out Chandelure, which is level 74. It's a Ghost and Fire type, so Blastoise has an advantage there. We almost one-shot Chandelure, but then Chandelure takes out our Blastoise. So we're 1 Pokemon down. And next up, we're going to send Gigalith out because it's a ground and rock type. Fire attack should not be very effective at all. Chantel uses a full restore. I think Chandelure is definitely her strongest Pokemon in her team. That's why she's trying to keep it alive. But Gigalith knocks it out in 1 shot. Our ground attacks are just too effective. And now Elite Four member Chantel is going to send out Sableye. This has always been an interesting Pokemon. It loves the different gems and diamonds. Our Gigalith one-shot Sableye. And next Pokemon that Chantel is going to send out is Cofagrigus, the tomb Pokemon. It really gives me like an Egyptian tomb vibe. It looks really creepy and I think it's an underrated Pokemon. This seems to be Chantel's final Pokemon. One of Gigalith's attacks is disabled, so we're going to have to use a different one. We're going to hit it with Stone Edge and see how much damage we do. Okay, it's not too bad. It took out about 1/3 of Cofagrigus' HP. So if we hit it 2 more times, we should be able to knock it out. Cofagrigus' attacks aren't actually causing all that much damage to Gigalith. But Gigalith is poisoned as well, so we are losing a little bit of HP each turn. I'm not sure if Gigalith is going to hang in there. If we can attack first, we should be able to knock it out, but Gigalith is really slow. So it looks like Gigalith might get knocked out now. We're going to rather swap in another Pokemon so that it can get some experience. It's almost leveled up. We're going to send out Magnezone, who's also almost leveled up. Hopefully it will also get a lot of experience and be able to finish off Cofagrigus. We hit it with a Thunderbolt and it's enough. We have defeated Cofagrigus and Elite Four member Chantel. This was an absolutely fantastic start to our challenge. A lot of our Pokemon didn't even have to come out to battle, so at least half of our team is still absolutely fresh. But now we quickly used items off camera to heal up the rest of our team. And now we're going to take on the next Elite Four member. It looks like we're in an MMA cage. And I'm guessing this is the fighting type Elite Four member. So I am very nervous for this battle. But let's see what Marshall has got. We did bump into Marshall a bit earlier on in the game. So his first Pokemon he's going to send out is a level 72 Throw, which is a fighting and rock type. So I think water attacks should be quite effective. We're going to try hit it with an Earthquake. We've still got Dragonite up front. And Throw used a stone attack on Dragonite and almost knocked us out. It was super effective. I know that those stone attacks do cause a lot of damage to flying type Pokemon. We do hit Throw again and weaken it a bit, but Stone Edge knocks out Dragonite. This Elite Four member is definitely proving to be a bit more difficult than Chantel, but it's still early on in the battle. We've still got our whole team left. We've got 5 Pokemon left. So we're going to send out Blastoise now, and we're going to hit it with a water attack, which is super effective. We've taken out Throw, so it's 1 for 1 at the moment. And now Marshall is going to send out Medicham, which I think is a fighting and steel type. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to send out Magnezone now because I want to try level up the Pokemon that are really close to leveling up. When you reach these really high levels, one level up can really make a big difference. Medicham causes some serious damage to our Magnezone, but we hit it back with an attack that's equally strong. Now Marshall uses a full restore on Medicham. We're going to try and hit it with a banger attack again, and it just hangs in there with its Focus Sash. Unfortunately, Magnezone has been knocked out, but Medicham is hanging in there with 1 HP left. So we're going to send out Blastoise to knock it out quickly with a Fake Out. Fake Out will always hit first for that Pokemon's first attack in the battle. So we have knocked out Medicham, and now Marshall is going to send out the Super Beast fighting Pokemon Lucario, which I am pretty nervous about. We are going to send out our biggest Pokemon for this, Gigalith, and Gigalith also has almost leveled up, so hopefully it can get some experience. Lucario one-shots us, and we hang in there with our ability. We've got 1 HP, and we knock out Lucario. So wow, that was a super strong battle. Both of our attacks were like KO shots, but luckily for Gigalith's ability, we got the upper hand. And Gigalith did level up, but he's not in good shape at all. I do want to keep him alive, so we're going to swap out Metagross now. Marshall has sent out Ninja, level 72. Let's hope that Metagross can cause some damage. And Metagross is probably the weakest Pokemon in my team at the moment. It's only at level 72, which isn't bad at all. It did knock out Minshao with its fly attack, and it just leveled up to level 73, so that's not bad. It's slowly getting there. And now Marshall is going to send out Sork, level 72, which is also a fighting and rock type. So I think we need Blastoise here to try and finish it off. Big man Blastoise, big man Blastoise. We send out Blastoise, it's level 73. We hit it with a fake out just to cause a tiny bit of damage. And now we're going to try hit it with a water attack, which I hope is going to be super effective. Blastoise takes one hit from Sork. We eat up the damage. And yes, we one-shot Sork. Sork has been taken out the battle. Blastoise has leveled up. And now Marshall is going to send out Conkeldurr, which is its strongest Pokemon. It's level 74. I believe it's also Marshall's final Pokemon. And Conkeldurr is an absolute beast. It's a super underrated Pokemon. I think it's so cool holding those two concrete columns. It just looks super freaky, and it's got huge muscles. Conkeldurr knocks out our Blastoise. And we're pretty much down to our last Pokemon. We've still got Gengar left. Gengar is currently at level 73, so it's also on the same level as Metagross. And we hit Conkeldurr with our attack that if we get knocked out, we take it down with us. And it's super effective. He knocked out Gengar, and with that, we knock out Conkeldurr. And we've defeated Marshall because we still have a Pokemon left with 1 or 2 HP left. So that was really close. We really had to pull out all the tricks for that battle. But we've defeated 2 Elite Four members. We're halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. We have healed up our team with items. We got everybody back to full HP. And the next Elite Four member looks absolutely creepy. This whole battlefield here looks like it's a dungeon and a castle. And this guy just gives me the creeps. So next up is Grimsley, and I'm guessing he is the Dark type Elite Four member. I do love how each Elite Four member has their own battle stadium, and it looks all so epic and cool. They've really done a great job with the visuals in this game. And Grimsley's first Pokemon he sent out is Liepard, level 72. I believe this is a Dark and Normal type Pokemon. And it seems to be quite strong. We've got Dragonite out there, and we caused quite a bit of damage finally, but Grimsley uses a full restore to heal up Liepard. But that's not going to stop us and our Dragonite. We're going to hit it again with an Earthquake, and then following up with that attack, we're going to use an Extreme Speed, so we attack twice in a row, and that's enough to knock out Liepard. We've taken out Liepard. And the next Pokemon Grimsley sends out is Scrafty, level 72. I have always loved Scraggy and Scrafty. They just look so goofy. They're such an awesome looking Pokemon. But Scrafty is pretty strong. You can't underestimate him just by his looks. Dragonite has taken a bit of damage, but he's hanging in there. We hit Scrafty with a Dragon attack, and it's super effective. We have knocked it out. So we have taken out 2 of Grimsley's Pokemon, and the next one he's sending out is Crocodile. So we're definitely swapping in Blastoise for this. Crocodile is a ground and rock type, I believe, or ground and dark type, sorry. Of course, it's a dark type. It's the dark type gym leader, but it is ground and dark, so it's weak against water attacks. And we one-shot it. It's super effective, of course. So we're 3 for 3 at the moment. And now Grimsley is going to send out the Fire Beast Houndoom, which is an absolutely epic Pokemon. It's fire and dark type. If we can hit it again with a water attack, we might be able to one-shot it. It's super effective, but not enough to knock it out. Luckily, we attack first on the next round, and we knock out Houndoom with a Surf attack. Now Grimsley is going to send out the dark type Pokemon Honchkrow, which I know can be an absolute nightmare. We hit it with an ice attack, which is super effective, but Blastoise gets knocked out by the Brave Bird attack. Honchkrow takes a bit of damage after using Brave Bird, so its HP is in the red zone at the moment. We send out Dragonite, and hopefully we can attack first. We use Extreme Speed, and it's holding Quick Claw, and it's enough to attack first, and Honchkrow has been defeated. Next Pokemon, Brimsley sends out is Bishop, the Steel and Dark type Pokemon, and this is Brimsley's final Pokemon. Bishop is an absolute weapon. If you have watched my Pokemon Unbreakable Ties playthrough, Bishop is used to cut off the people's heads in that story, so definitely check out that playthrough if you've missed it. It's an epic fan game. But Bishop knocks out our Dragonite, and now we go with Gigalith to try and finish it off. Our Gigalith is holding a rocky helmet, so it takes a bit of damage, and we one-shot Bishop. So Bishop has been defeated. We have defeated 3 Elite Four members. We definitely have to heal up our team again with items, but we are so close. We've only got 1 more left to defeat. I'm feeling really good about this. There's only 1 Elite Four member that we haven't taken on, and I'm guessing this is the Psychic type Elite Four member, and her battlefield looks absolutely beautiful. There's a magnificent rose that opens up, and the Elite Four member hops out. It looks very magical and whimsical, and this Elite Four member is Caitlin. So let's see what Caitlin's got. Hopefully we can take her out and defeat the Elite Four. Her first Pokemon is Beheeyem, level 72, which is one of the main Pokemon in the Pokemon Horizons anime series. If you guys have watched that, Umbreon and Beheeyem are the 2 main Pokemon for the bad guys team. It is an epic Pokemon, and I love that they gave the bad guys some cool Pokemon finally. But our Dragonite is gonna do some serious damage. We knock it out with extreme speed, and we have taken out Beheeyem. Next up, Caitlin is going to send out Metagross, which is the Steel and Psychic type Pokemon. So we're going to swap out Dragonite and send out Gigalith for this one. I think we could knock it out with Earthquake, but it's holding a balloon. So you first got to hit it with an attack to pop the balloon, which we did. And now I think we can hit it with Earthquake. And wow, it hit us with a super effective move. I don't think Gigalith is going to survive this. And no, Gigalith gets knocked out. It does cause a bit of damage to Metagross. It's taken out about half of its HP. But now we're going to have a Metagross versus Metagross battle. This is going to settle things for once and for all. And we one-shot it. There's only enough space for 1 Metagross in this battle, and it's us, baby. The next Pokemon Caitlin sends out is going to be Slowbro. So we're going to send in Magnezone to try hit it with a strong electric attack. We hit Slowbro with a Thunderbolt, and it's enough to knock it out. We one-shot Slowbro. This is what we needed to give us the upper hand. Magnezone has also just leveled up to level 81, so it's an absolute machine. And next up, Caitlin sends out Reuniclus. We hit it with an attack. It's not enough to one-shot it, but we cause some serious damage. And Magnezone hangs in there. We also take a heavy attack from Reuniclus, but we knock it out on the second attack. So it looks like things are looking really good for us. And next up, the Elite Four member Caitlin sends out Gothitelle, which is a creepy looking ghost and psychic type Pokemon. We hit it with an electric attack. It's super effective, but unfortunately not enough to knock it out. Magnezone has been knocked out, but we have still got 4 Pokemon left with close to full HP. We send out Metagross again and try hit Gothitelle with a flash cannon, and we knock it out. So Gothitelle has been taken out the battle. And next up, Caitlin is going to send out Musharna, which is an interesting one. I think it's like a psychic and fairy type Pokemon. We hit it again with a flash cannon, and it's super effective. We just one-shotted Musharna. Don't underestimate Metagross's flash cannon. And we've done it. We've defeated all of the Elite Four members. I can't believe it. What a fun tournament this has been. But we have taken them all out. All of the Elite Four members have been destroyed. We're going to continue in the next one.